In this time of digital transformation, businesses are shifting to a modern desktop to empower their people. But not all employees sit in an office, use only one device, or always work from secure locations. What if you could deliver a modern desktop experience to every worker, everywhere? Introducing Windows Virtual Desktop, the full Windows experience virtualized in the cloud. Always up to date and available on any device. Optimized for Office 365, so you can deliver the most productive experience to your users. Delivered on Azure, so IT can quickly virtualize and deploy modern and legacy desktops. The best virtual desktop experience, delivered on Azure. Windows Virtual Desktop.
Good morning, everyone. Now, can somebody tell what was special about that video? Exactly, it's running directly out of Azure. How many of you saw any lags? How many of you thought it was running locally? I guess other than the few people who are really good at looking at it, everybody else thought it was real. Well, that's what is WVD, and here we are today to talk about the multi-user Windows 10. I know the last session of the day probably. No, we have got one more. Thankfully not the last. Thank you all of you for stopping by our booth to learn about this, ask questions, and I hope I'm able to cover some of that. We have a very short time, and I'll let John take it over for the next few slides.
Thanks, Sandeep. All right, so first, we're going to talk about this new Windows 10 multi-user experience, but first, we have to better understand how do we get this. So Windows Virtual Desktop, if you haven't had a chance to stop by our booth or listen to one of the amazing sessions from our colleagues earlier in the week, I'm going to run through it really quickly, but there's a few key factors to pay attention to. One, it's the only multi-user Windows 10 experience. This is where we're really going to focus today. We've optimized for Office 365 Pro Plus, provide the best experience in a multi-user environment, and with Azure, you can deploy and scale in minutes. And so what is Windows Virtual Desktop? So it's a multi-user VDI RDSH management environment that enables multi-user Windows 10 experience optimized for O365 Pro Plus. We recognize that it takes time and effort for modernization. We're here to help. So we've also brought Windows 7 with free extended security updates so that you have more time to get to that Windows 10 experience. We brought support for Win32 apps as well as Windows Server 2012 R2 and newer. And we've really integrated security and management of Microsoft 365. Let's dive deeper into multi-user Windows 10. So it's the full Windows 10 enterprise experience with multi-user capability, so that you can scale and pack in up to 4 times as many users to help bring a full Windows 10 experience, but at reduced IT costs. We brought into a semi-annual channel cadence so that you always have the most up-to-date Windows 10 experience whenever your users are running. It has great app compatibility, as I just mentioned, with Win32 apps and modern apps like Edge, Cortana, and Microsoft Store. And we've really brought a lot of optimizations to O365 Pro Plus, so productivity is key throughout the entire user experience. Now Sandeep's going to go a lot deeper into where we've brought a ton of value with this new user experience, but with the full Windows 10 that you know and love and local experience.
All right, so let's look at what's there today. We have on the left Windows 2019. It gets you multi-user, but guess what? It is almost always 3 years behind, or years behind where your end users really want to be. And on the right, you have Windows 10 Enterprise, which is great, but it costs a lot of money, which takes years to recoup all that. So now you had to choose either between the IT admin or the end user to provide good experience at a low cost. And that's where we're bringing in the new multi-session, multi-user Windows 10, right? And the one thing that really stands out there is Office 365 Pro Plus support. In a little bit, I'll talk about what that really means to us and means to all of you, and how we can together go and deliver the best end user experience. Few other things I want to call out. How many of you really want to use Edge? Okay, we are getting there. We're getting there. How many of you want to stay on IE forever? Oh, that's way better. Okay, I'm happy that there are a few hands up. There were a few hands up for Edge. Great. So we have Edge on here, right? The end users can bring all their application, all the plugins that they can get from the store right here. One of them is ad blocker, but there are a lot of others. Really great stuff that protects data from many sources. Ad blocker takes away a lot of malware, so it helps and all that. So I know I've got requests, say, hey, can we do this? Absolutely. End users can go install it. They have the freedom to do it. But it does come at a cost, which is if the IT admin doesn't do it for them, then the moment they go from one VM to another as a part of a non-persistent multi-user session, those things go away. So there are a few places where we can improve, and those are the things we are working on. And I want to make sure as you look at these demos and these things, please take note of things that you think should be working, you think should get better, and let us know so that we can go back and work on those things as things come. And when would you get it? Every 6 months, right? This thing is going to go out in a semi-annual channel. It goes out in fall and goes out in spring. And the best part is just recently, just a few weeks ago, we announced that the fall release has a support for 30 months. So if you want to stay on a particular version of Windows 10 multi-user for a longer duration, then absolutely. You know, there might be third-party applications that you might be using who want to move at a slower cadence. They're not ready for every 6 months. Then you can stay there for a little longer. All right. Now, let's look at a quick demo. So here I'm going to show you a session. I'm trying to launch a full desktop, right? I did not prepare any of this. I'm doing it live here, right? The idea is to be able to give you full connection, full experience of how things will show up. So there it is. This is a VM miles away, sorry, thousands of miles away. And you can see the experience, how quickly it popped up, and how easily end users can get to this. Now, we support multi-mon. So on my screen, which I cannot show here, but you can see, I have dual mon right here, right? It recognized automatically there are 2 monitors connected, and it extended. Awesome, right? We support up to 16 monitors. Somebody who needs more? Please give us some feedback. We need to get you better monitors. We do support 4K monitors as well. We have made a lot of improvements in our protocol. So if you got more than 4 4K monitors, let's talk. All right. Let me start off by showing that, hey, this is a multi-session. There are 3 different users already connected. We have tested with hundreds. But for this demo, we could not get hundreds to log in and stay active at the same time. So I'm showing you 3. And here is Edge right there. That's Edge running in multi-session. There are many things that you can do. For example, you see there are all these things. You can click on extensions. Sure, I can. Everything works as normal, right? So for end users, it's really difficult to find out whether it is multi-session or single session. So for the IT admins, it's like, oh, awesome, right? I have the deployment guidance down somewhere, but I can tell you your cost savings are in double digits, right? How amazing is that? You could take all your workloads to the cloud and still save a lot of money. Don't have to spend on 4 cores, spending $300 per user per month, where in 2 months you could actually recoup all that money by giving them new Surface hardware, right? But with this, it costs way lesser. And the other thing, if you remember, I started off playing a video, and it was running in the UWP movies, TV and movies app. So that also works. And so does all the other universal apps. You will also see there's Cortana down there. And how many of you think I should risk trying Cortana here? Good, thank you. I'll stop there before you could think further. All right, let's move on to the with the session here. The next question is, what are the things that are still the same? It is still the same multiple concurrent active users, so the kind of things that you're doing today, you should be able to continue doing it. It's optimized for server class hardware. That's one thing we did not talk about anywhere. right? The very first thing is, hey, I'm running client OS on server. Is it even ready for that? Absolutely, that's the work we have done. You know, server class has server class CPU, server class RAM, server class storage, server class networking, tons of optimizations and advantages of spending those thousands of extra dollars on server class hardware. And what we have done is at the kernel level made sure that when those kind of hardware are available, we are able to make use of them. It is compatible with existing management tools. How many SCCM users here? Awesome, great news. It works. If it doesn't, and you can quote me on this, if it doesn't, it's a bug and we will fix it. How many Intune users here? Good news as well. It works with that as well. So anything that you're using today, it'll continue to use. And the Win32 application compatibility is the same as Windows Server. So if it had worked on Windows Server for you before, it'll continue working here. Wait, I'm giving you a new OS with the same Win32 application compatibility? Why? No, actually it's better, right? How many of you still have applications running on .NET 1.1? There you go. Good news, it works on this. It does not work on Windows Server because Windows Server does not allow installation of that. It works on this. Awesome. How many of you have seen Julia White's demo on Adobe Photoshop and the beautiful thing that she did? You should totally go watch. It's in Scott Goose keynote. It blew me away. Like how awesome it was. She took a pen and she drew a beautiful thing on the live on the stage on Surface Go. I know that it's not local because Surface Go cannot run Adobe Photoshop on that. And when she did that, it was mind-blowing. So a lot of new things that open up with this. You can go do all of that. Now, what's improved? It is Windows 10 image composition. What does that mean? You can use the exact same image for single user and multi-user scenarios. No more building two different images. Just build that exact same image, right? This way or that way. Awesome, right? It is semi-annual channel. We talked about it. Windows Defender optimizations. Now, security is a big thing. One of the things that we had recommended in the past is to turn off Windows Defender and do other stuff or go to third party. But guess what? Now it works. And we are continuing to improve on that. Last but not the least, the Windows Desktop Search optimized. How many of you have desktop search enabled on Windows Server just because your end users want it? Good. It doesn't work. It's really, really bad. And the next slide, I'll show you how bad it is. So in this, what we have done is we have enabled per user desktop search catalog, which means that every user file, which is within percentage user profile percentage, the user profile, it is indexed and kept within that. So that whenever the user roams from one VM to another, or if you have roaming user profile, even it should work, the whole thing moves. So the indexer doesn't get started again. So which means there is barely any impact. So let me start with the bottom line there, bottom table there. With it disabled, with 100 users trying to log on at the same time, you will see that it is about 60% CPU utilization. And with 100 users in steady state, it's 41% utilization. Now, if you're running without any optimizations, which means anything on Windows Server 2016, you see the numbers? 90%. Like you're losing 30% of CPU just for Windows search. Why would you turn it on? And therefore, the recommendation for Outlook was to run it in online mode so that the search would work and it is there. Now, the optimizations we have done there, 63.4%, 3% difference for 100 users logging onto the same VM. And look at the steady state. It's almost in the noise range. I'm sure when we ran this test, there's one test that when I saw, it had less than 41.7. So therefore, I'm saying this is in the noise range. It is pretty much, you will see no impact. Now, how awesome is that? You get a huge feature with no CPU impact. I know what everybody's thinking. Why can't every feature be like that? Right? I wish. I'm a PM. I do that in my spec. And then the engineer comes, what the hell are you talking about? We have that all the time. All right, now let's look at what's new. Office 365 Pro Plus optimizations. This is huge. is huge not only for the end user, it's huge for Microsoft internally as well. This means that tens of thousands of employees within Microsoft, engineers, researchers, and a lot of architects are working together to make sure Office has a great experience, right? Right from Outlook to OneNote to OneDrive to Teams, all of them, right? We're working together to make sure we get first-class experience within virtualized environments. The second, Edge, Cortana, and other universal apps. Oh my God, so much of work has gone into this. I'll give you a really, I would say embarrassing, but here's a vulnerable moment, right? We go look at the code, we are seeing 96% regression in CPU. And we're trying to find out why. We have nothing there, just logging in and we see that. What's going on? We've been looking at logs after logs for 3 months. And then we realized there's an n-square algorithm running for something that could have been done in log n order log n, or order n for that matter. There were two different things. Now that was the collaboration. It was amazing. Yes, things happen. It's okay. You know, when you have 8-core CPU and there were things that were there, the features that were there in the past, and now you go have 32 users on an 8-core CPU, things have to change, right? And the way team came together in the last month before the final build to fix this was amazing. For me, that was one of the highlights of the whole journey to make sure Windows 10 Enterprise became multi-user. And last but not the least, we introduced this user experience performance counter. How many of you were in Christian's session just before this? Great. So he talked about this. You might have seen some of that. What this really means is now, don't take our word for it. We have a performance counter. Go turn it on. If there's any user who's complaining about this, go turn it on, see what their experience is. We have graphs that talk about, hey, I got the input queue has got mouse clicks and keyboard notification, inputs and all that, and when did they get purged into the app, right? That is the thing that we are counting there. We are seeing many of that, and we're trying to we will show you what the experience for the user is. So that's the real deal. So if you really want to go nerdy and find out just because, absolutely you can, but when the user is actually asking for this, this is a thing that you want to go look at and see if the experience is really good or not. Now, let's quickly look into application compatibility. The number one thing is Office. I talked about this, and we are working towards this. It's a long journey. Office has been around for more than a decade. RDSH, or the desktop virtualization, has been around for more than 2 decades. And it takes a lot to change all that to come together to give the best experience. There are a lot of things that we are doing. I don't know if I'm at liberty to talk about it, but rest assured, we're feeling really good about it. And when you go use it, you'll feel good as well. Let's do a quick demo around this. The first thing I want to show you here is how Outlook is running in this. So here is Outlook. And the first thing you'll notice is that there is a search bar, and it doesn't say Windows Desktop Search is not enabled. Right? So you can actually do a local search and make sure it is working. So I could just go there and, oh, it's already searched that. So great. So I've searched for Alaska, and you see the things pop up just fine there. The other thing that you see, I want to show you here, is the OneDrive. So this is OneDrive. And one of the things you might have noticed already is when you try to enlist the files into OneDrive, or when the user logs in, it'll say OneDrive is not supported in network drive, right? Because OneDrive team did not want this latencies and all that to corrupt your files and all of that. So what we did now is made sure it works with UPD, and I want to show some of the basic functionality. How many of you have tried the auto hydration or dehydration? Cloud files. Any other names for that? So basically what this does is, even if you have, if you're like me, you have like 800 GB of data in your OneDrive, and you don't want that to be downloaded to every new RDSH or Windows 10 multi-user VM you land on, you would want to put it in online mode only. So what you could really do is go and say, you see it says make it available on this device. Do that, and bam, everything is cloud only. You can select which one do you want to be locally available and what not, right? So this is natively supported now, right? So end user, when they are now used to a Windows 10 device and they want to go ahead and you move them to the cloud here, you see no difference. And the thing that is happening behind the scenes, which is not visible here, is the OneDrive storage and the VM that's running there are pretty much in the same data center. Now, the performance is phenomenal within Azure. There are a lot of promises around that. I don't have to repeat there. But the speeds you see there, never seen before. Right? You cannot get that kind of speed between Azure or OneDrive storage and your local desktop. So awesome. This is great stuff here. Now, what about other applications? We went ahead and tested over 2,500 applications, including Adobe suite of applications. We had Photoshop, Reader, Acrobat, and a lot of those, Google Chrome, because, well, we know all of you. How many of you don't use Google Chrome? Wow. We've got some unicorns here. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so Chrome, by the way, to be very honest, the reason why I asked that is Chrome in non-persistent VDI or non-persistent remote desktop scenarios does not work. It does not store your personalizations. It does not store your customizations. I even went ahead to their forum where you report issues. They tried for 2 years and said, sorry, we give up. I don't get why, but they did that. But Edge works. Awesome. So there are 2 goals that we went ahead and we tried to achieve here. The number one is we want you to use your existing mechanisms to build Windows 10 enterprise image and not do any extra work, or maybe do a very tiny configuration change and build this new multi-user, and that's it, right? So it's pretty much the same image. And that means a lot to us, because that means that we want to make sure that all the applications that ran before continues to run on multi-session, right? Something that worked with multi-user RDSH on Windows Server continues to work, and anything that works on Windows 10 Enterprise continues to work. Now, it's a big, big, big promise. It's a big goal that we have also. Of course, there's a big caveat there, which is when you're running in multi-user mode, you want to make sure that application does not store all users' data into one file or text file or something like that, which is in C drive. At that time, you do run into issues like file locks and all that, and you want to make sure those things are not. So if the things are correctly written, which from what we found from our thing, 99% of these applications just work just fine, right? So if it does not work, it is a bug either in the application or in our code, and we'll go ahead and fix it. And that, also you can quote me on that. Now let's quickly look at the deployment guidance here. The 4 personas I brought up here are the most common ones. The task worker is the one that they do very little bit of Excel, Word, and some of the other stuff. The knowledge worker, they are a little more involved. They do more Outlook stuff and some of the other things. Professional workers also use applications like PowerPoint, Adobe Reader, Adobe Acrobat, and all of that. And of course, power workers are the ones who are doing high-end graphics and a lot of those things. Here are some of the recommendations here that we have. These are just recommendations. Please go ahead and actually test your application. A lot of things differ. Your LOB app could be written in a way where it is really demanding, or it is not. So you could actually go higher density. So please use the perfmon counter that we introduced into this to test out and see how your performance is, how your end users are seeing this. Some of the things you might already recognize, the user profile, that is how much we recommend, so that if users have the flexibility, you can go higher or lower. And of course, the VM configuration, this is based on what's in Azure today. So 4 cores, 8 GB of memory, and the OS disk at 40 GB, which is D4 SV3. That's plenty. We have loaded up to 16 users on that, and we are seeing good performance. Now, if you're bringing in more and more applications now, you could have PowerPoint files with a lot of macros or a lot of plugins in there. You could have Excel with a lot of plugins. So please go and try it. This is a good place to start, and then you can fine-tune it a little bit to see how and where things go. Here's what the network bandwidth recommendations are by video resolution. I did put a 4K there. You see it's 25 Mbps because it is heavy. It's a lot of pixels there. So that's a recommendation. The bare minimum is half a Mbps, and then as you grow, these are some of the things. Now, here is network bandwidth and workloads, and how do you do it? Now, if you're doing a simple remote desktop connect or something like that, and you're doing Word and Excel, half Mbps is just fine. If you're doing more than that, for example, PowerPoint or a browser or some kind of illustration, so this table really talks about how things go. Right? I'll let you guys take pictures of this, but these slides will be available. Some of the things to notice absolutely at the very end, you'll be surprised, video conferencing. Absolutely, we are working towards it. We have made some improvements into our protocol to start supporting camera redirection. So we have tested with 8 cameras. I haven't seen anybody except the person who's actually testing it with 8 cameras. So it'll be awesome, right? 3D view of me showing up on the other side. But who would want that? I wouldn't want that. All right. Yeah, so, and that's the resolution. When I say resolution there, that's the resolution of the video that's being used. Absolutely things that has to be tested as well. The network, a lot depends on where the user is coming from. If I'm trying to connect from my phone using the Wi-Fi network here, it is going to be really bad. So we'll have to see how things work and all that. With 30,000 users on a small net, not a practical scenario except for one of these things, but in an office scenario and all that, it is very practical. Give it a try. If you think there are issues, please let us know. I'll keep repeating that till I hear from every one of you about your experience and issues and how we together can improve this. All right, so here is a timeline for Windows Virtual Desktop. The one thing I want to call out is this multi-user Windows 10 is available only through Windows Virtual Desktop, which means it is available only on Azure. We will make an image available in the Azure image gallery with multi-user, and also another image with multi-user plus Office 365 Pro Plus with the latest monthly edition, monthly update. We will make sure all the optimizations are built in. Well, actually, you know what? Why add more optimizations? We actually took all of that and put it into the OS. So today, when the OS build comes out every day, it has all the optimizations. Yes, there are some tweaks you can do here and there to improve the performance, but a lot of optimizations to make Office work better, desktop search to be already in per user mode. All those things are already defaults. Absolutely. I mean, that's the obvious thing to do. So we went ahead and did all of that, and we will continue to improve. Again, please give feedback. All right. So here's a quick summary. All throughout the week, we talked about Microsoft Windows Virtual Desktop. Today, we did a quick recap on that. Multi-user Windows 10. Please give it a try. We are going to make it available as soon as the RS5, the 1809 build is available for public. We'll make that image available in Azure Gallery. It won't be it's not available right now. We're just waiting for the final sign-offs to happen, and then we'll make it available. We looked at some of the optimizations for Office 365 Pro Plus. It supports both. So if you have done remote app and remote desktop, and today I showed both. Did I really? What if I told you this particular PowerPoint is actually running remotely? I did the whole presentation. I didn't want to show it off at the beginning and then for it to break later. I want to go through the whole presentation to show you that it works. Please give feedback. How many of you know of Feedback Hub? Great. For those who who of you that know about Feedback Hub, because Feedback Hub is a UWP app, and because Windows 10 multi-user supports UWP, it is built into it. So end users, when they are having issues or something like that, they can actually report there, or even you can go ahead and report there. The reason why I'm asking you to use Feedback Hub is because we have built in some tools into that, like networking trace, display traces, app crash logs. All these things are built in. So it reduces the work on both of us because we won't come back and say, hey, can you give me this trace? No, because we will know more. And what happens behind the scenes is when you open an issue that way, or when you give us feedback, we on a regular basis look at those. The system behind the scenes, I don't know if anybody talked about this, is very beautiful. You log that, behind the scenes it logs a bug in our database, and shows up on our dashboards, saying, hey, there are these issues, go look at it. So we cannot ignore it. The whole thing is built in so beautifully. We have grown as a company that the whole workflow from the customer reporting an issue to the engineering team knowing about the issue is all seamless and streamlined. Here's a quick call to action. Let me go back to full screen. Oops. It's a call to action. Please register for preview via that. We had a number of sessions throughout the week. Please go ahead when you have time later on the flight or somewhere to go watch these videos. Please reach out to the people who talked about it, or you can reach out to me or Scott, who is right here, or Peter or John. We are all in on this. We're leaning in. We want to make you successful. We want the whole community to be successful, so we want to make sure this happens. And I'll leave you with one note. Do you see I'm using a clicker? USB redirection. All right. Thank you very much.